I think over the course of the next year, data security, cybersecurity issues are going to come increasingly to the fore in the popular mindset. Ordinary consumers are going to increasingly be concerned about these issues. The situation with Target is a great example of how this is going to happen. So that's prediction number one. And as part of that, or as a result of that, I think that we are increasingly going to be on a trend towards the end of what I refer to as tech exceptionalism. That is, technology firms being exempted from liability, being able to get away without implementing strong security, being able to facilitate the development of the so-called Internet of Things built upon a very weak security-wise internet protocol, because consumers are going to start to become aware that there's very little ability to control how these protocols are used. There is no authentication, very little security, and as a result, the existing IP infrastructure is exposing them to substantial harm. So some specific issues I want to talk briefly about. Data security in particular, which includes Target, what the FTC is doing, and the FTC's Wyndham investigation. Infrastructure concerns the Internet of Things and also the Communications Decency Act, Section 230. The biggest of these areas is data security. The FTC has been, for the last many years, engaging in an ad hoc, case-by-case, very informal effort to create what some of the commissioners are referring to a common law of data security on a settlement basis. I believe that they are going to there's going to be increasing judicial scrutiny of this process, and as consumers become increasingly aware and Congress becomes increasingly aware of the lack of security built into our communications infrastructure, there's going to be demand for the developers of these products and these infrastructures to implement stronger security safeguards. The FTC's current approach that they have been taking, I think, is wholly insufficient and not up to this task, and I think that that's going to be increasingly clear. Probably the greatest thing that would make this happen, bring awareness to this issue, is if there is a consumer-facing cybersecurity incident to national infrastructure. And I would include in national infrastructure, when we talk about infrastructure, we're generally thinking this SCADA, SCADA control systems that control industrial operations and equipment, things like power plants, power distribution, transportation, things like that. I would frankly include the payment system, the credit card payment system, as essential infrastructure. And I would characterize what happened at Target as a real cyber attack that has disrupted our national infrastructure and caused real economic harm to consumers.